Okay, hello everyone. We are live here with Eye Care Business Magazine, and we're here today with HOYA and Warren Modlin, who is the Vice President of Technical Marketing with HOYA Vision Care. And we are doing an awesome social media takeover day today on our EB channel. And today, as part of that takeover, we're doing this behind the brand live stream broadcast to kind of learn a little bit more about Sensity 2 lenses, which are being launched in November next month, just coming up in a few days here, week and a half. And we're going to talk a little bit today about the benefits of using photochromic lens technology and about the benefits of this new product, Sensity 2 lenses from HOYA. So welcome, Warren. Thank you for joining us today. We're excited to have you here.
Thanks, Erinn. I'm always excited to talk about our products. So look forward to the chat.
Me too. Well, we appreciate it. I know you're joining us from sunny Southern California there today, and I'm here in cloudy Pennsylvania today, but always good to have a little bit of rain, so not going to complain about that. So, yeah. Warren, can you tell us a little bit of your Vice President of Technical Marketing with HOYA Vision Care? Can you tell us a little bit about your role with the company?
Sure. I've been with HOYA now coming on 3 months. I've got a lot of optical experience working as an optometrist. The accent is from South Africa. It's usually the first question I get with guests in Southern Hemisphere. So I practiced in South Africa. I moved to Canada and worked at Ciba Vision, Alcon in Canada, in Atlanta in the US. I've worked in startups. I've worked at Oakley as well, VP of Product Development and Strategy. And then was really excited to get the opportunity to join HOYA. The role as technical marketing is to support the sales force in technical information, support the eye care professional in some of the clinical work that's being done around the world. And then I'm lucky enough to have some global responsibility in R&D and global marketing to round off all the technical support. But it's exciting to join a brand that feels like a startup, but is a large company competing every day in the market.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. Your job sounds like a lot going on and a very interesting one, for sure. Well, we appreciate you joining us here today. I want to tell our audience, we're going to go into a little short Q&A session here with Warren to learn more about Sensity 2 lenses and photochromics in general and the benefits to eye care professionals. But if you have questions along the way, please type them into the comment bars on YouTube or on Facebook, and we can address those questions. If you have questions about Sensity 2, questions about photochromics, about presenting photochromics, please feel free to type those into the comment bars, and we'll address those at the end here once we go through our Q&A. And we also always love to know who's joining us here today and watching. So I see many of you out there watching. So please feel free to type in your name or your practice name or both, or the town where you're watching from. We'd love to know who's here. So just type those into the comment bars on YouTube or on Facebook. We'd love to welcome you on our live stream broadcast. So Warren, I'll start from the beginning here. Can you tell us a little bit about what is the history of photochromic lenses and what is the market penetration of photochromics today?
Sure. The history for sure goes back to the 60s, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But what's interesting about the market penetration, although they've been on the market for a long time, market research will tell us that the penetration of photochromics is around 18 to 22%. So just to put that into perspective, if we look at AR coding, we see that the market penetration is a lot higher, around 45%. When you deep dive into highly productive offices, you see that photochromic could be around 50% share. And
Oh,
when I
wow.
look at the market dynamics, I see a huge opportunity for offices to actively present photochromics, which could very easily double their market share. And that's obviously an exciting opportunity.
Boy, that sure is. That sounds fantastic. That's a pretty impressive market share today for the photochromics, especially for those, busy, successful practices with it. So, what are the benefits to patients wearing photochromics? Can you share a little bit on that with our viewers?
Yeah, there's really depending on the patient, but when we ask this in market research and when I speak to practitioners, I get in general the convenience of the two-in-one solution. If you think about the sun protection and the built-in clear, simplifying the life, I look at other categories, yoga and what Lululemon may have done, or denim jeans and Levi's or sneakers. You see that life is so complicated. Having two pairs, although it could be very useful, just always having that convenience of sun when you need it is the most compelling. Often patients will tell us that the price benefit, it's really a benefit to have one pair of frames and lenses that do both, and a specialty pair for sun and then a second pair for clear. If we look at the market penetration of about 50%, you can imagine that half of them will love this convenience.
Definitely. Oh, that's a great benefit, and thank you for explaining that. So, looking at benefits, then, kind of, what would you say are the benefits to ECPs? Kind of, looking at health benefits and how they can kind of benefit from that in their practice.
Yeah, for sure, the climate change and the exposure to ultraviolet, the health benefits of always having protection is something that's fundamental to the profession. When you ask patients how sensitive are they to light, you'll find that 66% of patients comment of severe or moderate light sensitivity. So an eye care professional looking to solve a problem, it's quite evident that a patient would benefit from the health protection and the sunlight light sensitivity protection. So when you combine that with upgrading from clear single vision commodity that can be purchased anywhere, you have the benefit of financial plus, of course, the health benefits that photochromic present.
Definitely. That's a really interesting statistic on the number of folks with light sensitivity. That's a pretty telling number for sure. So, can you tell us a little bit, looking at Sensity and your new product, Sensity 2, kind of tell us a little bit about HOYA's photochromic technology, what makes Sensity different from other photochromic lenses, and Sensity 2, the new product?
Yeah, the Sensity 2 is really exciting. The fade back speed has been now increased by 42%. So we get almost half the time it takes now as you come from outside to inside. It clears up, and it's one of the big concerns of the category in general. How quickly will they clear indoors? So Sensity 2's taking half the time compared to Sensity is obviously such a big advantage now. We were able to really get the Sensity brand for light sensitive patients in the hearts and minds of our professionals, and now we've got the added technology to speed that up. So not only do you get the fade back, but you get the ultraviolet protection that you would want. And what's unique about Oakley's materials are the coating compatibility that you get, right? You don't really risk the AR and UV coating that would maybe peel or craze off the lenses. So you've got a lens that really is very compatible with the surface treatments and the materials that the lenses are. And it's something that I think HOYA is very well known for.
Definitely. Wow, that's great. That's very good to know. So kind of it gives me a question, with your different offerings, are there different types of photochromics for different types of patients out there today?
Yeah, and we definitely know that patients have different lifestyles. So I think about Sensity 2 as our upgrade for our go-to photochromic for almost all occasions. It works well. It gets very dark, deep, rich colors, and it fades quickly as you come indoors. We do have Sensity Dark, which has the advantage of staying darker longer, especially behind a windshield. So when you're driving and you spend a lot of time outdoors and on the road, Sensity Dark is ideal for somebody in that category.
Right.
On the other side, you've got Sensity Fast. Sensity Fast, especially for younger generation and demographic who may be spending more time indoors but still have the light sensitivity, it's not going to get as dark, but it's going to fade very, very quickly just because of where it starts from. So you've got mainly an indoor clear lens with light sensitivity protection with fast, and then you've got the darker when you drive. The last one we have is Sensity Shine. It's more a fashion spin on the photochromic with a mirror coating, giving you a real fashion sense, especially outdoors in your sun. And then it'll also give you added UV protection indoors. So something for everybody. As I said, Sensity 2 is our go-to for the majority. But for those unique cases where convenience and light sensitivity play a part, this is an ideal combination of dark, fast, and shine.
Right. That's great. Wow. You have a lot of different offerings, which is super helpful. I see we're getting some likes here on our live stream. So they must have enjoyed knowing about the different availability of the different products for different patients, different photochromic products. So I have a 12-year-old daughter, and she's, inside, outside, we live in Colorado, loves to be outside. It kind of makes me wonder a question for you, kind of, are photochromics a good option for children?
So, when we are prescribing for kids, we have to be very careful that the eye care professional is involved in these conversations. The way that I look at it, and I think is important for kids, is ultraviolet light exposure has increased with climate change. There's such a high risk that if you are in spectacles, the added UV protection plus the safety of some of the materials that should be combined together are ideal for kids. You also have a lot of kids under myopia management, and some of them are wearing contact lenses. Some of them are wearing, especially Ortho-K, and may have some atropine, which is going to open up the eye. And if that in combination and you need a prescription, that becomes very important. So it's often a question of, will kids wear glasses? My rule is, if they are exposed to ultraviolet light, you can't get enough protection.
Definitely. Absolutely. Well, that's a great answer and such great information all around. I thank you for all of that. And I see we've got some folks commenting and sharing their location. We've even got folks from India watching today. So that's pretty exciting. We've got a global audience. So thank you all for joining us. And Warren, we appreciate all this info and look forward to the launch of Sensity 2 coming up. That's next month in November.
Yeah, it'll be a rolled out launch as we, deliver it to different channels. So look forward to working with everybody on it.
That's really great. Well, folks, if you would like more information on the Sensity 2 lenses, check our comment bars here on Facebook and on YouTube. We've got a link here that'll take you directly there for more information on Sensity 2 and the launch. And we look forward to talking to you again, Warren. This was really great. And folks, stay tuned for our great takeover content going up on Eye Care Business's social channels today. So more info to come from HOYA on this exciting launch. So thank you again, Warren, and wishing you a great day.
Thanks very much for the opportunity. We'll talk soon, Erinn. Thank you.
Sounds great. Take care. Bye, everybody. We'll see you again soon.